Well, here's your chance. The majority of this Board of Commissioners is asking you to do the right thing for Lincoln County. Resign the office of sheriff and let the Democratic Party nominate someone with a proven track record to complete the rest of your term. You have no chance of getting a significant budget through this board, and you have no credibility within your own department or in the county. Until that happens, we as a board will continue to search for legal ways to diminish your legal authority, and we will pursue instituting a county police force as soon as legally and reasonably possible. At our next meeting, we will pass a resolution forbidding any county vehicle from being driven outside of Lincoln County to an employee's residence. This is certainly something we did not sign up for. However, we will not back down as too much is at stake. Sheriff, for the sake of our county, resign. If you're a member of the media, I certainly have copies of all the emails that have gone back and forth over the last couple of weeks. And with that, I'll certainly entertain any questions and answer anything that I can't answer. Mr. Patton.
Has the sheriff responded to that specific request?
No. We certainly, Mr. Fortner, we certainly don't have the legal authority, and I'll make sure everybody understands, we do not have the legal authority to kick the sheriff out of office. Only the district attorney has that authority. In the best interest of Lincoln County, we are asking him to resign to do the right thing. I am tired of seeing Lincoln County on the 6 o'clock news with something else over the sheriff's department. If we're going to be on the 6 o'clock news, we want to be on there for something good. There's a lot going on in Lincoln County that's good. You know, we want to recruit new businesses to Lincoln County. We have a good school system in Lincoln County. My goodness, we have a NASCAR owner that just bought the Lincoln County Speedway. There's a lot of things going on good in Lincoln County. But every time I turn on the news, it's another perceived misconception or something else going on with the sheriff's department. We want it to end. Let somebody that will lead the sheriff's department. He has failed to lead. He has allowed others to tell him what to do and lead that department. We need someone that will lead. Yes, sir.
I couldn't quite make out what the voicemail recording was. I guess that was left on your answering machine?
That was left on my answering machine at my house. Well, in between the profanity, just saying that he turned in his equipment and he wanted to meet me for whatever that's worth, that he was just tired of it and it was getting out of hand. I'll be glad to let anybody listen to it after this meeting.
You said the board is looking at a county police force. Is that something that the board is seriously considering? Is it part of, if the sheriff resigns, it's something that you'll pursue, or what will the cost be?
The only difference, and let me say that the General Assembly would have to approve that. That's not something just the Board of Commissioners can adopt. There's a process that would have to go through the General Assembly. The only difference would be is you would hire a police chief. And then if situations like this arose, if somebody can deal with it. You know, he is a hired police chief, much like the city of Lincoln or anybody else has. So there's repercussions. He's accountable to somebody, and he doesn't have to wait till the next election to be dealt with. That's really the only difference.
But it would put it under the purview of the Board of Commissioners versus the voters.
He would be a county employee, just like any other county employee.
Alex, you have two other commissioners here, two others are noticeably absent. How much support do you have from the entire board for the statements you're making today?
You know, we have not officially voted, but I have 4-1.
And who were the four and who was the one?
Well, I think it's well noted that Commissioner Mitchum went on TV last night in opposition of this, but everybody else is on board. And you know, let me just say, it's sad that it come to this. We have worked with the sheriff behind the scenes repeatedly to help him, to ask him to do these things. And to his credit, a lot of things we did ask him to do, he did. After we asked him, he did suspend Barry. After we asked him, he did finally go get the vehicles. After we adopted a resolution, he did go get Barry's equipment. But quite honestly, I have a day job. I'm the chairman of the commissioners. If I have to ask the sheriff every time we need him to make a decision, I don't have time. He's the sheriff. He needs to be out there in the front. If he would, we'd asked him weeks ago, have press conferences, squelch the rumors. If I can do this, certainly he can do this. Answer the questions, answer what you can ask, answer what you can answer legally. The rest of it, hey, we'll await the trial and turn around and walk on. Address what you can address. Get out in front of the public.
How do you address the question that 5 commissioners are all Republicans? The sheriff is one of 2 elected Democrats in the county, and he says it's all politically motivated, that you're all Republicans out to get him because he's a Democrat.
Well, that's very easy. All you have to do is go back and look at our budgets for the last 2 years. We give Sheriff Doherty almost everything he asked for in his budgets. We have worked with him. We have set up a rotation to replace all of his vehicles. We have given him new police officers every year. We are replacing every radio in the county. Everything he has asked for, with the exception of hiring his daughter, we have pretty much given the sheriff. We have worked with him. We have met with him. I can't think of very many things that we've turned down that the sheriff has asked for. It don't matter what party he is. He is the sheriff in Lincoln County. And this board has acknowledged that and worked with him on that. You asked the chairman of the Republican Party if he and I, or he or any of these board members, had any conversation before he sent an email this morning. It's not a political thing. It's what's right for Lincoln County. He's the sheriff of Lincoln County. I don't care what party he is. We've supported him. We've given him equipment. We've funded him well. We're not supporting these 2 because they're ridiculous requests.
All right, so back to Jason's question. If he resigns, will you proceed with the plan to ask the General Assembly for county police force?
That would be a long-term deal at best anyway. I think it's in the best interest because you have accountability over that office. In the event that that would ever happen, the sheriff would be in charge of the jail. The sheriff would be in charge of warrants, issuing warrants. But the day-to-day operation of law enforcement officers would be to somebody that you have a direct accountability over. That is a county employee. So you have more direct supervision. You can prevent issues like this from ever happening again. All right. If there are no other questions, thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Alex, one thing, as you mentioned, the things that have been done with the budget, there have been allegations that some of that money has not gone where it was supposed to. Given the other things that have come up, has the commission looked at the idea of auditing the sheriff's books?
We have not addressed that yet, but I mean, that's certainly not off the table. We very well may do that. We're just asking him to, for once, step up and do the right thing, put all this behind us, and let Lincoln County move forward. If there are no other questions, I certainly appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. If you're a member of the media, the clerk, Amy, will certainly give you a packet of all the information.
Thanks for coming.
I don't have